Hi everybody, it's me, Jessica Lahore, and I have Lola Gag here because this is the Love of Colorado drag series that I've been doing, and it's been really fun. People are sharing their own inspirations and having a good time doing it. Colorado has an amazing scene, as I've been saying, and so these videos are just to highlight entertainers around Colorado for whatever reasons. We talk about first impressions, talk about their performance style, just what we like about them work-wise, we talk about looks, we talk about like all kinds of stuff, and it doesn't matter how long we've known them, how long they've been in the industry, how often they perform, doesn't matter. This video could be a minute, 20 minutes, and I brought Lola in because this is the number 22, and what better way to celebrate, or not to celebrate, to acknowledge somebody else by bringing in a close friend of the person I want to talk about. So we're going to talk about Holly Monroe for this Love of Colorado drag, and Lola Gag loves Holly Monroe,
I do.
a lot. So.
I do.
What were like first impressions for you when you first met Holly? Talk about Holly.
The first time I met Holly was at the Pulse Benefit show that you put on at Trax, the very first one. And also, I mean, like, we didn't develop a relationship from that night. I just remember seeing her that night, the first time that I saw her. I don't remember what she performed, though, but I remember her outfit. She was wearing a black leotard with like a belt thing with like pink feathers or something coming off.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did a Broadway number.
She's like a Broadway babe.
Yeah.
She's like, if you know Holly, she can throw out musical numbers in Broadway, and I think that was a big like click that you both had.
Yeah.
Because she immediately came on to be your co-host for the gag.
For Girl Talk.
For Girl Talk, yeah. When it was Girl Talk. And that's when I remember first getting to meet her a little bit more. So I knew Holly from like the industry, but I don't remember having like a first experience. I just remember seeing this queen who, she has always been really good at painting.
Mm-hmm.
She's always had really good makeup, really good creative makeup, really good, sharp, clean, very conceptual. She's been pushing this boundary of like very androgynous drag lately.
Yeah.
Where she'll do like, leave her beard or leave her chest or leave like her breastplate on and she'll have a beard on or something, like bending that fine line.
Or she's been lately doing those like mustaches that's like start here and go all the way up here, which I adore and I'm not gonna steal.
And I think and I'm not gonna steal. I really like Holly for that reason alone, is that she's kind of been doing her own thing and it's been really successful for her, and I think that you see it pushed out more. Like when she was doing Weirdo, you get to see a lot of her personality, you get to see a lot of her creativity and a lot of her looks.
Absolutely.
This last one that she did with the cigarettes has got to be to date my favorite look from head to toe. Your body was on point, makeup, the creativity and the craftiness behind it. It was probably my favorite.
I was floored. Like, it's weird to say that I totally saw Holly in it because I feel like to say, oh, I see you in this look about cigarettes. It's kind of weird, but like just the construction and everything, can we swear?
Yeah, you can say.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I was like, that's my sister! Oh my god! It was so cool.
Holly's been one of those people that I constantly see being really friendly, and she's fun to work with in the dressing room. She never comes in with a negative attitude. Mm-hmm. She's never, like, dogging anybody. She's the first to help out. Even if she's just, like, bartending at the show, she's the first one to help out and be there and have things ready. And I really appreciate that. She brings a lot of positive energy. She's never, like, I've never had problems, like, professionally. She's always been on time with everything as well. I really like working with Holly, and I think that Holly, especially after this Weirdo stuff, I think that there's going to be a lot more of her progressed in like shows and stuff. I can't imagine her not having her own show within the next month. I really think that she should get her own show.
I think
personally.
So too. She's a fantastic host. Like, every time that I can get her to come out to the gag, I always ask her to co-host because she just like has that automatic chemistry with the audience that like a lot of people need to build up.
She doesn't use a lot of vulgarity either with her hosting style, which I applaud. There's like 3 or 4 good hosts that come off the top of my head that don't use vulgarity in any capacity, but they have either this humor behind it or how they interact with people, or they're relatable, and I think that is proven to be like not a better hosting style, but a harder hosting style for most people. And I think that I like that about her too. What are some of your favorite memories with Holly?
Oh, shit. Literally, this is gonna sound so kind of corny, but just, like, having her as my co-host for all of Girl Talk and having just her by my side throughout all of Girl Talk was one of my most fondest memories. We've had so many crazy adventures that I can't just sort of, like, pick one out of the thin air. I was thrown into the spot on this, so I don't.
Yeah.
I
I surprised Lola to do this with
I
me, pretty much. I was like, hey, I brought my computer. We're going to do this because I think it'll make it extra special. My favorite one was the first girl talk that it was me, Holly, you, Rachel, and Evie.
Yeah.
Or her and Evie. And I think what I loved about that is because Holly is one of those people that really wants to constantly do better with her drag, her hosting. Like when she had just gotten thrown into co-hosting with, not thrown into, but she was co-hosting with Lola. I remember her asking a lot of questions and being like, what can I do here? She's really inquisitive about what ways she can improve, whether I'm sure that's makeup or costuming, but with that hosting style, I just remember her being really grateful for advice and also just kind of taking that experience full on and doing a really, really great job with it too. My other favorite memory is got to be this last Weirdo performance that, like in the finale. So she came out, she did a very Broadway-esque number. She came out in this big coat. She had those nasty puppets of yours.
It was just Yagi.
Just Yagi. I don't like Yagi. But outside of that, I saw her in her element, if that makes sense. Like when you see a queen fully enthralled in a number and fully there and present for an audience rather than worrying about what they're doing or who's there. She was performing for herself, and you could see that it wouldn't matter if there was one person or if that room was packed. It didn't matter because she was owning that entire number.
Absolutely.
And I think that's got to be another favorite performance or favorite memory. I don't know the song. I just remember the expression and the way that she was performing it.
I actually have a memory that came to mind when we were still kind of drag babies, maybe a year or two ago. Yeah, a year or two ago. We did Vivica Galactica's musical theater show, and I remember we wanted to do a duo number because it was just like we were young and we were stupid and we were like, we are the Broadway queens of Denver. Nobody else can do Broadway like we can. Such bullshit. If anyone says that, it's such bullshit. And I remember we were like, we're going to do a duo number. We're going to do Friendship from the musical. What's the name of the musical? Yeah, it was Friendship. Anything Goes. With Sutton Foster and that one guy whose name is slipping my mind. Again, this is a surprise. I remember going over to his grandparents' place, because that's where she was living for a little while. And we would go in the basement, and we would, I think it was like 40 minutes before we needed to start painting for this show. We're trying to choreograph something, and it was something, because by the time the show rolled around, we both completely forgot it. We were not on our marks or anything, and we had a blast. At that same show, too, I did a number from Les Mis called Master of the House. And there's two parts. There's a male part, the male innkeeper part, and the female innkeeper part. Typically, when I do that, I have like a reveal. So I do man to female. But I wanted Holly to be the female. And that was one of the best, I think, we've ever done. I had so much fun. Just
on the fly, just put her.
Oh yeah, she brought me like a mug of beer, and we like cheersed it, and we fucking chugged it right then and there on the stage. I think there was maybe like 12 people or 15 people at this show, but we were just living for it, and I had such a fun time with her.
That's awesome. Holly, I really just love your drag, and I love your attitude about drag and your attitude around people, so I hope to see more of you. I really think that you should look at getting your own show somewhere in Denver, because I feel like you would have a lot of people there, and I think that you can connect with audience members in a completely different capacity. I know that you would build a diverse cast also. I just know that you're one of those people that would want to pick out specific entertainers. You should have a Broadway show. Why not? Right then and there. Do it.
You're the Broadway Queen of Denver.
The Broadway Queen of Denver. As this is like moving, we look even bubblier. If you haven't had a chance to work with Holly or see her perform, reach out to her, hit her up, follow her on social media, share your other favorite memories or stories or just things that you love about her. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks, Lola.
Bye.
Bye.